What's up, YouTube? For the love of toys here, for the love of collecting Marvel Legends series, Marvel's The Blob, 60 years. You see Blob on here. I didn't pick this figure up initially because I didn't particularly like the face sculpt. Why, I don't know. So I was talking to somebody in the comments, and they were like, "Oh, well, why didn't you pick up the newer Blob?" And I figured, for a good price, I would pick it up. Ended up finding it on Amazon for a decent price, so I picked it up. We're gonna do some comparisons as usual, my normal multiple comparisons, but I figured I'd update it. Why not? So we have Blob here, X-Men. Really should say the bad guys. Really got a side art. Let's see, I should get that on there. Looks pretty good on that side art. And we have the back, and we have the other side, the classic Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And here is the back. Okay. So you have head, two hands. That's all he comes with. 8.34 inches, 21.2 centimeters. You can read those things for yourself. But I forgot I just go over them. It says Marvel Legends series. No 3D product shot, even though we got an old blob. I don't know where that 4-inch blob is that I have. So we won't be able to use that today. But we're going to get him out of the packaging, do some articulation, do some comparisons, and let you decide whether you want to build your Brotherhood of Evil Mutants with the blob. Okay, here Blob is out of the packaging. And I, I don't know. I just got something that personal against these face sculpts. This neutral head is not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was initially. But his two accessories, well, three accessories. The pancakes didn't come with him. I put them in his hand. So, but Blob's powers, it doesn't say it on the read up. It doesn't have a read up on the box, but he's can be immovable. His skin is impervious to damage. He has a personal like force field. He has some decent powers. I had to do a read up because I didn't remember. I know he could change his body mass, so that was all I could remember. So there you go. But yeah, here's his alternate head, and I don't know. I don't know why I just don't like it so much. Like, but it's not bad. The scopes. Let me look at you. Let you see it from the back. I didn't show the back. There you go. It's pretty good. I'll show it to you again. Something in your nightmares. Oh my goodness. And he comes with two alternate hands, which is basically two fists and two grasping type hands. Okay? Dropping stuff all over the place here. There you go. Two fists, two grasping type. All right? So that's that for his accessories. Let's take his pancakes out of his head and let's go over his articulation. Articulation, from what I went over, seems to be pretty decent. Gets a little attitude with his neck hair. Can't do a 360 because of the sheer girth of his neck, but he can look up pretty decent. Can look down, like I said, right and left. Okay. Doesn't have any butterflies or anything. Has this odd little swivel on his chest, at the bottom of his chest here. Moves right and left. Can't seem to get it to go left. It's a little grippy, but you can see, it has a little attitude and wiggling things. Okay. Arms go up that far. No double joint elbows, but it has a nice deep bend, so it's not a issue. Hinge and twist at the wrist. No twist at the gauntlet. Same thing on the other side. Of course, no drop downs. Rotate at the upper thigh. So you can see that. No double jointed knees, but once again, the big thighs is not really going to rotate that much. So they go that far. Pivot, rocker, hinge. All right, no toe articulation. All right, you want to see Blob from the back. That's how he looks from the back. Blob butt. All right. Bottom of his feet has some peg holes. And I'll show you how this arm bends so you can get an idea of that nice hinge. There you go. Very nice. Okay. All right. It's not going to be a very long review, other than my comparisons. But I'll get a nice little pose here. Get some pancakes back in his hand. That. Of course. All right, there he is. Yeah. And he poses really nicely. You know, the other one looked fine too, but we'll get to that in a second. All right, let's get to some comparisons. Hold on. Now, even though Blob, is released way before X-Men 97 stuff, I figured I'd show some comparisons with X-Men 97 stuff so you don't have an idea in case they re-release another Blob. This Blob was 59 on Amazon. I don't know what the original retail was, but either way, the new Blob, old Blob, I'll give you a comparison so you can see whether you want to just wait and pick up a new Blob. I don't know when they will release one. So here you go. Wolverine, X-Men 97, Wave 1, and the Blob. Here the Blob is with Maximum Hulk. Here the Blob is with recently released Dragon Man. Here the Blob is with that 5-pack Mojo World Mojo. Here Blob is with Retro Wave Beast, which I reviewed on my channel. Here he is with the Lux Xavier with the Sauron. Where's Sauron from? He's from the Savage Land. With the Savage Land head on the hover chair body. Here he is with X-Men 97 Wave 2 Jubilee. Here he is with Retro Wave Cable. Here he is with Maximum Deadpool. Here Blob is with Maximum Spider-Man. Here Blob is with Gamerverse Juggernaut. Here he is with fellow teammate Brotherhood of Evil Mutants Toad. Here he is with Mezco Thanos. Here he is with Cable from X-Men 97 Wave 2. Here he is with Apocalypse from Apocalypse Age. Here he is with fellow Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Scarlet Witch. Here he is with Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Quicksilver. Here he is with fellow teammate Avalanche from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Here he is with Sabretooth from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Here he is with Retro Card Mystique from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Here he is with the leader of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Magneto. And this is not my final comparison. I'll show you something at the end. That'll be my final comparison. But this is the main comparison that I wanted to make, the old retro Toy Biz build a figure Blob. And as you can see, this Blob is very dense in mass. You know, a nice way of putting he's fat. But as you can see, I'm just partial to Toy Biz. You know, the little ball joints are weird. I mean, of course, but his articulation is on par. Has a few more points of articulation, of course, because, that's what Toy Biz would give us. But toe articulation, a little rounded up here, bicep swivel. His head does rotate all the way around, although it would never need to. The fingers are partially articulated just to four. Um, and that's about it that I can think of right offhand for articulation that's different from this new one. But does this new one look better? Absolutely. I agree that this does look better. Even the shading of the skin color more, textured and yes, it looks better. But this does look good and it'll be suitable for your shelf or, alternate shelf with the blob on it. So now you have that and now you know. And here he is with my final comparison. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I'm missing Mastermind, Jason Wingard. I have to get him eventually. He's in that pack with Wolverine and a few other figures that I need. So eventually I'll have to get it. But as you can see, I upgraded my Scarlet Witch. You can see from a previous video that I made. If you watch my videos, you know that I did an Evil Mutants up to that point with the old blob. So you can look back at that and compare whether the old blob or the new blob looks better. Still have not upgraded my Pyro. Hold on one second. Let me get Pyro. I forgot about him. Okay, and this is why I haven't upgraded my pyro. I really don't move the shelf around a lot, so he looks just fine sitting on my shelf. But I will upgrade to that pyro. I believe it's $20 or $30 or something like that. I'll just have to break down and get it. It came in a 2 pack with, can't remember who the 2 pack was, but yes. So this is the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So if you want to, or you already have the blob, because this is a late review for me because I didn't pick it up. But if you already have it, you know how this looks. And this is the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants minus Jason Wingard. So I forgot to add the Juggernaut to my Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. How could I? How dare I? Probably my favorite character outside of Magnus of all of them. So here he is with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, looking really good. And there you go. So this is what they look like, just to let you know, just to give you a feel. If you don't already have the Brotherhood together, now you can. And like I said, I need to get Jason Wingard. So once again, as always, I'm for the love, and whatever you do, do it for the love. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank everybody for rating and subscribing and commenting and watching. I appreciate you taking your time out. All right. And I'll see you in the next one.